So in order to be 100% ready for part 2 of your IELTS speaking test, here's a list of the most common cue card topics. Generally speaking, there are 4 main part 2 topics. Describe people, describe a place or an object, describe a situation, and describe a future wish or a dream. This is a very general list, and sometimes there are topics that fall between these and they're very specific, but for the most part, these are the main 4. At this point, I would recommend pausing the video because there's a lot of information here, and looking through the table and looking at the specific examples and specific topics of different cue cards. I'll go through it quickly anyway. If they ask you to describe a person, you could be asked to describe a friend or a celebrity. If they ask you to describe a place, you could get a cafe, a city that you like, a shop that you often visit, or a website that you enjoy going to. You could be asked to describe a specific experience or a situation. That could include personal experiences, interesting experiences. There was one recently asking you to describe an interesting travel experience, unusual situations. There's one recently about describe a time when you received a phone call in a public place, and describe a time when you had to be polite. Those are some good examples of unusual, very specific situations. And finally, they might ask you to talk about the future. What is a job you would love to have in the future? What is a skill? There is one about a language you would like to learn that's not English. So there's another example. They could also ask you about places you would like to visit in the future, like another country or a holiday you would like to have. Again, it's a lot of information, so I would recommend pausing the video or taking a screenshot even, and including this in your notes. This will help you be prepared for any kind of part 2 cue card that you're likely to receive. This gives you a general idea of what vocabulary you need and what kind of things you will most likely have to talk about.